We were never born for bondage, never bent to crown or fear. Not for glory, gold or favor, we draw steel and stand right here. If a king betrays the people, sells the land for crown or gain, we will tear him from the throne. Let the drums speak his name.
Nail the crime, name the hand. Truth must answer man to man.
It isn't true, not for glory, nor riches, nor honors. We fight, but for freedom alone, which no good man gives up. But with life itself, not for gold, not for kings, not for crowns, not for gold, not for gold, not for gold, not for kings, not for crowns, not for gold, not for trains. Wallace stood when cowards trembled, steel and fire in his name. They could kill the man in silence, but his cause outlived the flame. Bruce took up the shattered crown, not for power, not for fame, not a king above the people, but a soldier in the same.
Not for glory, not for gold, for freedom alone, we will never be sold.
Freedom alone, freedom alone, freedom alone, freedom alone. Freedom alone.
Freedom alone. Freedom alone. You can polish thrones with borrowed gold, rebel lies and words you sold. Write your laws in marble stones till every crown is overthrown.
You speak of order, fate, and time, call obedience divine, but power's just a loan you keep until the people wake from sleep.
You are not the land, you are not the flame, you are not the voice that speaks our name. No crown above the people, no throne above the land. Power answers to the living, never to the hand. We are not your subjects, we are not your claim. Rule survives by consent alone, or falls in shame.
You show the damage, hide the blame, confess the crime, erase the name.
Call it order, call it cost, count the lives and call it lost.
You dress control in ceremony, demand respect, deny accountability, but every oath you choose to break
Is a debt you cannot escape.
You fear the truth when it stands upright.
A people united outlast your might.
No crown above the people.
king survives the moment when the people say enough.
Hey, hey! Hey! Hey, hey!
No crown above the people, no throne above the land. We decide who leads us and where we stand. No throne, no crown, no
Stone remembers every footstep, every oath across this land. Names are worn away by weather, but the meaning still stands. Fires burned in darker winters, where no banners filled the sky. No songs were written for the fallen, just the truth they lived and died.
Not all battles end in shouting, not all strength is born in flame. Some things last because they're carried, not because they conquered names.
We are stone and we are fire, we endure and we remain. Not by conquest, not by empire, but by memory and flame. What is built on fear will shatter, what is true will still remain. We are stone and we are fire, we outlast the rain.
Crowns are lifted, crowns are broken. Law is written, then undone. Empires speak like they are eternal until history moves on. But the land does not forget us, nor the hands that chose to stand. Every promise made in silence still is written in the land.
They can rule the moment briefly, they can shape a passing age, but they cannot own the meaning written page by weathered page. We are stone and we are fire, we endure and we remain. Not by conquest, not by empire, but by memory and flame. We are stone and we are fire, we endure and we remain. Not by conquest, not by empire, but by memory and flame. No monument decides us, no crown defines our worth.
We are older than their borders, and we will outlive their worth.
We are stone and we are fire, still unbroken, still the same. What they build will turn to silence, what we are will keep its name. or to carve our names in stone. No songs were promised to the fallen, no crowns were ever owed. We learn young what silence costs, what fear demands in time. And some things matter more than living, if living means decline. If we stand together. If we fall upright. There are worse things than surrender, and worse death than a fight. Not for glory, not for gold, not for stories left untold, not for power, not for fame, but so we can speak our name. Every age finds its excuse, every tyrant finds a voice. They call it order, call it reason, call obedience a choice. But freedom isn't born in comfort, nor survives where fear is fed. It lives in quiet acts of courage, in the words you almost said. You can live your life in waiting for permission that won't come, or you can choose the cost of standing and accept what must be done. Not for glory, not for gold, not for crowns we never chose, not for power, not for pride, but so truth stays If all we leave behind is courage, passed from hand to trembling hand, that will be enough to carry what no empire ever can. Not for glory, not for gold, but for dignity and soul. Not to conquer, not to rule, just to live as something true. Not for glory, but for truth. Empires rise like sudden thunder, fill the sky and claim the ground. Promise endless generations where their rule is iron bound. The thunder fades into the distance, stone outlives the storm and rain. What is rooted in the people does not break, it will remain.
We will
The quiet acts of courage shape a deeper legacy. No decree can claim tomorrow, no command can own the dawn. Every age that thinks it's endless finds its certainty withdrawn. Power built on borrowed silence cannot stand when voices rise. Truth may bend beneath the pressure, but it never truly dies. We will remain long after crowds are gone. We will remain long after myths move on. Not for glory, not for fame, simply because we remain. If all we leave is memory passed like embers hand to hand, that will be enough to carry everything we stand.